Yo, what's up, ladies, gentlemen, and they, thems, and welcome back to Hush Hush. Only your love can save them. We're gonna get back. We're gonna get back into it. We're gonna start off with the cafe, so this should be a treat. I don't know who I'm gonna try and get Lotus to set up with, but Q Rebel Q, Love Fairy Rebel. I don't know if we want to call it matchmaking Rebel. We're gonna have to maybe step in right now, and I don't know if I'm gonna try and make today's episode a little shorter than usual. I say that and it'll probably be like 2 hours long, but just depends. You swing by the Queen Bee, but it appears to be closed. There's a sign that says "Gone Fishing" in one rather smarmy font, and another says "No BRB in 15 minutes." There appears to be quite a few customers outside, rather annoyed that they can't get their morning coffee. Addicts. What do? Where's my guide at? I need my guide. I'm nothing without it. If you're nothing without the guide, you shouldn't have the guide in the first place. Summoning up your inner fire, you give the waiting customers a rousing, almost Shakespearean speech on the virtues of patience. You addicts. By the end of it, many of them are cheering and applauding, and an old man wipes a tear from his eyes in pride. Yes, feeling like you made a difference in the world, you continue on with the rest of your day. Nice. Alright. Dropping by the bakery, you see that it's packed as usual. There's a lineup of people outside the door waiting to get their sugar fix, just like the people trying to get their coffee fix this morning. However, as you get closer and look in, you can see that the lineup doesn't continue inside. In fact, the store looks empty. When you peer into the glass, you discover why. Detective Fumi is in there. She's at the counter talking to Bonnabelle, and you wonder briefly if it's about something serious. That's when you spot a box of donuts in Bonnabelle's hand and decide it's likely a casual conversation. You decide to enter.
And so I said to him, "Hands behind your back or I'm going to club you."
Only reason why I'm laughing because you'll probably shoot my black ass.
Darling, that might just be the worst pun I have ever heard in my life.
Yeah, she gets it.
Isn't it? I was, in all practical terms, completely disgusted with myself. But unfortunately, the suspect started complying immediately, and I didn't have time to follow up with an even better pun.
Better pun.
Oh, well, look what the cat dragged in, but somehow managed to keep looking fine.
Hi, Bonnabelle. Hi.
Oh, hello, citizen. It's good to see you.
Alright, this is exactly why I don't comply with police orders, the puns. Exactly the person I wanted to see make me feel safe. Oh, and Fumi's here too.
Now, Sugar, don't you go teasing Miss Fumi. She's done wonders for helping crack down on some of the crime in town.
No. Their soft-hearted jab at my role in the community is on point, Bonnabelle. I can't tell you enough how much your eclairs restore my faith in humanity, even just a little.
Everything about her is sweet. Everything.
Well, goodness, you're both going to make me blush.
I'm glad you're here, though, citizen. Bonnabelle and I were speaking about you earlier.
Oh.
We both agree that you have a talent for persuasion. The only thing we couldn't agree on was how much so.
That's not really what I said, Sugar. I was just saying that I enjoy listening to them talk.
Precisely. I enjoy listening to exactly no people talk. But you appear to be the exception.
Thank you.
So I pose a challenge to you.
Fumi takes the box of donuts from Bonnabelle.
Convince me to give you my favorite donut.
Why though?
I am speaking, of course, of the mighty eclair.
But I don't really eat eclairs.
You
though.
have 12 seconds.
But
Oh dear. I hope this is not a repeat of that time with the high school football coach, Officer Fumi.
what coach?
9 seconds.
Oh my. I am not entirely sure how you made that sound so charming.
Must resist for the eclairs.
Stop this, Fumi. You're looking ridiculous. Fumi strains for a few seconds, but then breathes out a sigh of frustration.
Very well. Here is your prize.
She hands you an eclair, and it tastes like victory. Apparently, I wanted
All
her
right.
eclair.
I must depart. Miss Valentine? Always a pleasure. Citizen, I'll see you later.
Fumi leaves and Bonnabelle shakes her head and laughs.
Speaking of donuts, I swear that one is a few short of a baker's dozen. But she's good people, I think. Oh, anyway, darling, I gotta tend to the rush outside, caused by Miss Fumi's rather ominous presence. Y'all have a great day. Take care, sugar.
You head outside and a crowd of relieved customers start flowing into the bakery immediately. You hit the road with one or two people thanking you for driving away the po-po. The po-po how? God damn it, we got this date. Quill, let's just get it over with. Arriving home, you notice that a few of your neighbors are looking towards your house oddly. It takes you a moment to realize there's fairly loud music coming from inside. You give a little wave, mouthing the words, "Oops!" and quickly unlock the door. Once you're inside, you notice the distinct smell of laundry detergent filling the air. Your audio system is turned up to the max, and it's playing a song that sounds vaguely familiar. What's new? What? Huh? You make your way through the house to the laundry room, where you find piles and piles of clothes all over the floor. Quill is sitting in the front of the washing machine, watching the clothes go round and round and round. Hey, so someone learn how to use the washing machine?
Ah! Oh, it's you. You're not a bear. You're just in time. Please get undressed. I need more dirty clothes for the machine.
No.
I tried on everything you own, just to make this last one. And I don't like putting on your undies, because they're not made for kitty tails.
Oh God.
Okay, hurry.
Alright, let's finish this laundry, then maybe we'll wash the bed sheets or something.
You can wash a bed in this machine? This machine is a friend.
It takes 6 basket loads, but you finally get all the laundry into your bedroom. Quill helps by carrying a few select socks which she says are problematic. You start sorting the chaos into manageable piles of lights, darks, delicates, etc. Quill creates her own pile of interesting laundry, which is thankfully not very large. As you begin the Herculean process of folding roughly 4 weeks of clean laundry, it isn't long before you notice Quill watching you intently.
Don't mind me. I just need to learn your secrets. If you could slow down a little and move your hands out of the way, I would really like that.
Here, grab some socks. I'll teach you my secrets.
Oh, yes! I'm so excited. Give me those socks. I promise not to chew on them anymore.
The folding begins. Mostly quiet at first, Quill watches you fold a shirt and seems particularly impressed when you fold the sleeves and turn the whole thing into a perfect square. She attempts to defeat herself, but winds up mostly twisting it into a hot dog shape.
Oh, look at how much better mine turned out. Do you want me to show you how to do it this way?
If you do it like that, it'll get all wrinkly and gross. Yes.
I'm not sure that's as big a problem as you non-kitties think.
I mean, I don't mind wrinkly clothes, but I get it.
You guys are always smoothing out this and straightening out that. Wrinkles tell you how loved something is. I'd give you 5 wrinkles if I could. At least 4.
She's going on about. You continue folding laundry, though it doesn't seem to be keeping Quill's attention. Several times, her attention drifts away to something else in the room. She spends at least 20 minutes watching the ceiling fan and rubbing her face on your pillow. Reminds me of someone. A certain someone. Alright. Even when you say something to her, half of the time she acts like she's lost in thought and doesn't hear you. Finally, she stretches out on the bed, rolling in several stacks of folded laundry, arching her back and making a high-pitched whine of sadness. Oh yeah. Several stacks fall over to the side of the bed, tumbling to the floor. Whether in frustration or that, you toss the sock into the air. The sock hits the chandelier just right, straying dramatically, of course. The sock flies across the room, striking at a speaker. The speaker falls over, catching on a houseplant, and all the items fall Quill rushes across the bed and buries his head in your lap.
Oh no, the plant! He killed the plant! That plant was my friend! Don't let them get me! Please keep me safe. I need a protector. You're the only one I've got.
You spend a few minutes. I don't like reading this, okay? It's weird. It's this pet play. I'm not into it, man. Once she's calmed down enough, you rise from your seat and pick up the plant. After setting everything right, you sit back on the bed. Yes, Carlos? Quill returns to you, this time laying at the side of your head on your lap. I swear, hold up. You suck at folding laundry.
I know.
You suck.
I know a lot of stuff. And I should stop pretending that I'll forget it all. And it'll go away. I told you that I saw something.
You did.
Something bad. But if I don't tell you what it looked like, you won't know if something dangerous comes to the door.
Ooh.
It's just hard to remember.
Alright, start somewhere easier. Tell me how it made you feel.
Oh, okay. Oh! Yes, it made me feel... It gave me cold blood and a spiky tail. It made me feel like I was going to be killed. Yes, I know! I remember a dark alleyway. It smelled really interesting, like very oily and planty. Also pee. I was waiting for someone, and I heard them. And then there was so much noise, and scariness, and horribleness, and badness, and get away!
Like, a good pee smell or a bad one? The f you trying to talk to, R. Kelly? Quill is quiet for a moment, her breathing rapid, her eyes wide in fear. Then her features soften as she says with more curiosity than fear.
A bad smell. Doggies. They pee so much to claim their stuff. It's not fair.
Yeah, I would know.
Doggies are not friends.
Whoa,
Don't trust them.
whoa.
I show
Calm
them
down,
my belly
Quill.
to say, stay away! And it just makes them sniff me more.
Calm down, Quill. I like my doggos, okay?
And that's when I peeked. And I saw what I was afraid of. It was a person.
A person? There's many persons. What was the action the person was doing?
I'm sorry. That's all I can remember. My heart is beating so fast. I feel like I need to be quiet now.
Pick Quill up and shift to a more comfortable position. Right away, Quill seems to be happy that you picked her up. Her purr returns. You maneuver her so you can lay down on the bed, further scattering your laundry pile. Then you gently pull her in. Ugh.
Thank you again for helping me with my... everything.
Uh-huh.
You're good people. I like you. And I trust you.
I'm glad I could help you.
The last little while, it's been hard to feel safe, even indoors.
Oh.
But when you're around, I feel like things are better. And not just because you feed me.
You know, I saw a little something. Well, not saw a little something. Of course, you know I'm reading the guide, and cover your ears, children.
The funny thing is, even though you make me feel safe, being around you also makes my heart go faster. Here, feel. Do you feel it? You make my heart go faster. And I'm not afraid. I am also sort of a little afraid.
Ugh.
That feels so good.
Ugh.
I have more questions. I have thought a lot recently about you touching me. I've been trying to figure out ways to trick you to pet me more. I like the feeling of your fingers in my hair. I like it when you rub my back. But the place I want you to pet me most is down here. Every time I think about it, I get very warm.
Gross, man. Gross. I don't know how much I'm gonna keep this in. Please, like, just edit the stupid out, cause I don't. This is making me
I'm not sure
uncomfortable
why,
right now.
but
Very
This is where I want
uncomfortable.
you to pet me. Oh my gosh, that feels so good. I had no idea it would feel like that.
Ugh.
I don't know. I want you.
Ah!
I want you to touch inside me.
This doesn't feel right. This is morally wrong. It wasn't okay with Momo. It's not okay with Quill. It will never be okay with any type of cat girl. This is weird. An hour? Cool. Quill disappears and you decide you should probably have a shower before you continue with your day. A very, very cold shower. A very, very cold and shriveling shower. Yeah. Yeah.
Bestiality, huh?
No!
Hey, I'm not judging. You gotta do what you gotta do.
I'm not doing what I gotta do.
Alright. As you're driving through town, you see an unshakable sense that you should check on Quill. A hole?
Oh, hello.
What are you doing digging
Do you
holes in
mind
the back?
carrying this inside? It's mine.
What is it?
It's a box, silly, and not a potato at all. Hurry! I don't like the rain, and neither does the box.
Where'd you get the box from? You help Quill carry the box inside. She even wipes her paws on the welcome mat before sitting down on a chair in the living room. She eyes the box suspiciously, reverently. She seems quite taken with it.
I know what you're thinking. This box doesn't have Quill's name on it. How can it be hers? Very rude of you to think that, but I like you a lot, so it's okay. But I would like you to note that my name could be written on the inside. Let's assume it's true. In which case, it's only one of the very interesting things inside this box. So we need to get in there, so we can convince that stuff to come out here, where we are. Are you following? Good point. I go really slow when I sit down. I guess you could say it stops me in my tracks. I'm pretty sure I know where the key is, but it's in the hardest place a key could ever possibly be to find it. If you can help me guess where it is, and help me open the box, I'll share what's inside with you. Okay, do it. Use your brain. You get one guess.
The key is inside of the box, isn't it?
Yes! Oh, good job! You're a smart kitty.
No, I'm a subpar human.
So now that we know where the key is, do you think we can open it?
Think so. You cautiously grab both sides of the box lid, making sure you have a tight grip. Then you twist and pull with all your strength. Ooh. This causes the lock to fail, and you break the box wide open, causing money to go flying everywhere. Again, Quill, where did you find this box?
Whee! Fun!
Money! Quill paws at the bills as they float to the ground while you look inside the box. Inside you find, taped to the side, a small plushy mouse, and the word Quill scrawled at the... What? You free the mouse and hand it to Quill.
Oh, good! Thank you. Okay, you can have the rest. This is what I thought I smelled in here. Okay, bye.
Quill leaves before you can ask any questions, so instead you gather up the money and count it. 10K! A box with 10K and Quill's name on it, and a plushie mouse, but like... Probably gonna be fun. I sure hope it will. I mean, I have high hopes. I think Elle would be like pretty good at it. I mean, she got the she got E cups. I specifically know Elle's boob size because of Crush. You know, the game that comes out before. Shut up. I just know. I know girls' boob size. Don't ask why. Driving to Elle's house, there's a suspicious number of birds watching you. I know you work for the government. They might not be watching you, but on the other hand, they might be. I know you work for the government. For a brief moment, you consider what the long-term effects of being exposed to a kitty girl in your house might be, but you do your best to push those concerns down. Sure enough, as you're pulling into Elle's driveway, you can see her by the front sidewalk talking to birds. You see her with her hands raised, happily speaking happily to a tree in front of the yard, with several birds looking down at her. You then briefly consider if she's talking to the tree. She's shaking the thought from your head. You climb out the car, and slowly approach Elle, a little perplexed by the coincidence. She gives you a big smile as you approach, but puts a finger to her mouth, indicating you. Shh! Stay quiet.
Hello. Sorry, I'll be with you in just a moment. I think I finally made progress with Sweet Pea.
Elle turns back to the birds and whistles softly. When she speaks, whew, her voice is even softer and more airy than usual.
That's right. It's an extra special day today. I brought company to watch you. I think, given all the circumstances, you should definitely give flying a try today. That big blue sky could use a few more feathers, and yours are just lovely. Won't you give it a try?
One of the birds ruffles its feathers. It wobbles its head back and forth in what you can only describe as seriously committed headbang. Then the bird takes off from the branch. You watch in amazement as the bird flies down to the fence post near Elle, landing for just a moment before flapping back into the air to flutter just in front of Elle. Pure amazement and joy light on Elle's face.
Yes! You did it!
Sorry. There's a moment where you almost expect the bird to land on Elle's hand, perhaps to break into a song, before it flutters a little further away and flies back up to the tree. Then it settles back down and resumes its bird-like nonchalance. Elle jumps for joy, clapping her hands gently together.
Oh, did you see? Sweet Pea did it! Oh, I'm so proud. I've been coming out here every day and encouraging him. I have all these little bird feeders out, see? But I never see him using them. I was worried he was a late bloomer and too afraid to fly. But he gave it his all, and look what happened. I especially love all the little birds in that tree in particular, because my grandmother planted it when she was young. We call it our family tree. Oh my word, I got so caught up in the moment, I haven't offered you a beverage or to take your coat or anything. Would you care to come inside?
Well, I mean, if I was stuck in a tree and you came to encourage me, I'd jump too.
Don't be silly. You shouldn't jump off trees. You're not a bird.
I mean, I can still jump off trees. I might not live or might hurt myself, but I can still jump off of them.
I would be happy to feed you sunflower seeds and encourage your flying. I bet you'd be a wonderful bird.
Elle hooks her arm in yours and hugs your elbow as you walk together. She looks up at the bird and sighs.
I'm sure a lot of people look up at birds and desire very much to be one. To be free to fly wherever you want. But every time I think about it, I get a little nervous, to be honest. Imagine a poor bird with narcolepsy. Sometimes I fall asleep on my walks. Can you imagine a poor bird falling asleep while flying?
I can imagine it.
So, I'm content to give them seeds and let them do the flying for me. At least for now.
Well, I don't know about you, but that little bird looked like he thought you were pretty darn special. 'Cause you are.
Well, I may have been pretending that very thing was true. So either you caught me, or it's true.
As you reach the front door to Elle's house, she pauses, stopping in her tracks, and starts staring at the door quietly. I don't know what's wrong with me today. I just can't talk properly. I went to the dentist earlier this week and said something wrong with my teeth. It's just something psychological happening right now. I don't know why. For a moment, you wonder if she's having a spell and falling asleep. But a deep sigh signals that she's just considering something. Something wrong, Elle? Elle looks over to you. Her eyes have a deep, thoughtful look.
No, not exactly. I've never had someone over before. By yourselves, I mean. Just family, servants, service people. I've never been alone in my house with someone before. I feel a little overwhelmed.
I mean, what? I could pick anything. I could pick anything. So, or you're the boss here, Elle. Oh, no, I cannot. Yeah, no, it's this one. Elle's eyes shimmer with gratitude. She hugs your arm a little tighter.
Yes, it is. Let's go inside.
Well, look at me almost making a Cup. Ooh! Walking inside, the overwhelming pinkness of the room strikes you right away. I know all these. Well, not all of them, but like, not that big picture in the back, cause well, that's Ellen apparently Beverly, but her name is Beverly in Crush Crush. But onto the side, like her in the leaves and out on the beach, those are CGs of Crush Crush or whatever, like the dates. Shut up. There are pink curtains and pink furniture. There are strawberry throw pillows and magenta curtains. The unmistakable smell of cookies and tea fills the room, and your eye catches a negligee in the corner, likely hung to dry and temporarily forgotten about.
Here we are. My house. You'll have to forgive the decor. The interior decorator my family hired took a few of the themes a bit too far. But please, make yourself at home. Can I interest you in any cookies or afternoon tea? Don't worry, the cookies are from Bonnabelle's. That freshly baked smell is an air freshener I use. I feel a bit deceitful about it, actually.
You do not say something about another girl while you're on a date. Nah, now if you buy our air fresheners that smell like freshly cooked steak, you might have a problem.
Wonderful. I'll go fetch them. I got out the fine china for today. I hope you enjoy tea parties. I honestly adore them. I've even thought about getting a cat, just so I could have some company for one.
As one who has one right now, do not.
I'll be right back.
Elle returns with a tray of cookies, teacups, and teapot. She gently pours you each a cup and sets your cookie on its own saucer. She hums a soft melody to herself as she does. Her loveliness is hard to ignore. Oh.
Oh, I didn't, did I? I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Gosh, I've been thinking about it so much, I forgot that I hadn't really talked to anyone about it. After Dorian told everyone to leave, he practically dragged me into our family's private room.
Yeah.
He was furious. I don't think I've ever seen him so angry in all my life. But to be fair, I don't think anyone has ever embarrassed him so much either. So he probably had every right to be angry.
No, not really. He needs to, lighten the up. Aw, that sucks. That was a quality prank, Elle. Sisters should definitely push their brothers into pools of water on their birthday. Now, I wouldn't agree, because if my sister did that, I'll probably, like, drag her into the pool and, like, just, like, for a few seconds. But that's me and my sister. I don't know
Yes,
about, you
I agree.
and Dorian, because Dorian, I don't like him. Okay?
I'm looking into the proper paperwork involved with trying to make sure it's an annual tradition. But don't be concerned. It didn't suck that badly. As you know, I had been drinking. Due to the bad influence of my date, I'm sure you're aware. And Dorian screamed and yelled at me for the better part of half an hour. But every time he got mad, I started laughing. For the first time, he seemed so silly. Like I had made a mime upset, or party clown. And the more I laughed, the more upset he got. Until he just gave up. He tried to send me home, but I told him I was going to go get cheeseburgers instead. Oh, I've been meaning to ask you. I don't have any experience drinking. Does getting drunk make you crave junk food?
I guess. I mean, when you do it well enough, you're not sure. But I often find wrappers and pizza boxes in funny spots. So...
Yes, that's what I thought. Okay, good. Because I've been mostly forbidden from eating those kinds of food, and I thought it was peculiar that I wanted to eat them so badly. Anyway, a long story short, I haven't spoken to Dorian since, and I feel pretty happy about it. For the first time since I can remember, I don't feel worried about checking in with him, or being worried he'll disapprove of what I'm doing. It's a good feeling. Thank you for helping make it happen.
Don't thank me. Thank alcohol. Ding.
Who's alcohol? Just kidding. I know you mean booze.
And boobs. Elle reaches over and picks up a cup of tea.
Here you are. I hope you like English tea because...
Elle is interrupted as she catches her foot on the leg of the coffee table.
Oh!
She drops the cup and saucer into your lap, and your crotch is introduced to the fine feeling of fresh English tea.
Oh no! Oh no! I'm so sorry!
It's okay, it's okay. Elle grabs a tea towel and begins to pat down your crotch. Stop. You pull away, but the close quarters of the couch makes it impossible to dodge. Elle squeezes and pats and then realizes what she's doing.
Oh no! I'm sorry! Oh gosh!
You quickly take the towel from her to continue the cloth-based fondling on your own, and Elle quickly gets to her feet and cries. She runs from the room, her hands covering her face. A door closes, and you can hear her sobbing in the next room. Luckily, English tea involves a healthy dose of milk, and the temperature on your privates can be described as uncomfortably warm, rather than scalded junk. Okay? You do your best to dry yourself, but there was a surprising amount of tea in that cup. Also, 2 lumps of sugar means that things are already getting sticky. You walk over to the door where Elle disappeared and knock softly. You can hear Elle sobbing.
Please go. I'm so embarrassed. I'm so slow and useless and clumsy. Please just go.
What is the thing? Swab. Oh yeah. Excuse me, miss. I was hoping for more tea. The first one was exhilarating. You know, at least she says.
You'll have to excuse me. I've never served it in the traditional English style before. I may have made a few errors. Sorry. I just needed a few moments. When the thing you fear most will happens, it can really get you down. Oh dear, look at your pants. I didn't burn you, did I?
This isn't tea. I clearly wet myself. I'll thank you not to draw attention to it. Elle stares at you in a blank silence for a moment. Then she scrunches her nose and giggles loudly. She puts her hand on her face in coy embarrassment.
My word, you are so wonderfully bizarre and interesting. Where does one like you even come from, I wonder?
America.
We should throw those into the wash, just so you're not marinating in tea. Hold on, I'll see if there's something I can give you to cover yourself.
I mean, if you like, you got a skirt, dressed, I'll gladly wear it. Elle disappears for a short time, searching her house, but she returns empty-handed.
I'm afraid I don't have much for pants that will fit you. Here, come here. It might be best if you just wrap a blanket around yourself while I wash your clothes. Here, sit here on the bed and get under the covers and take your pants off.
Oh my god. Well, if this was an all an elaborate ploy, I'm going to have words with you.
Elaborate? I don't get what you mean, but I'm sure it's very funny.
Elle smiles and turns her back so you can change. You remove your personal effects from your pockets and hand her your pants and under. I'm Winnie the Poohing it. I am Winnie the Poohing it. I have no pants, only shirt on. As Elle leaves to throw them into the wash, you wrap yourself in a blanket. A blanket around yourself. It's satin. Feels kind of amazing. Elle returns and sits on a bench seat at the foot of her bed.
So, I suppose we should continue our small talk. It feels like that was hours ago. I feel almost out of breath. Where should the conversation go from here?
Are these sheets satin? They feel amazing.
Oh, yes they are. And yes, I know. Sometimes when I feel like I should treat myself, I go to sleep without my pajamas. Do you mind if we talk about private things?
I like private things.
There's so many things I want to talk about with you. But they're all... my family would call them inappropriate. And I'm terrible at making friends, and I'm awful at conversation, and I don't know how to bring things up like this, and...
Oh, yeah. You shift closer to her and ever so slowly lean in to kiss her. Because, you know, that first kiss was mad intense. There was a moment where she stops talking. Surprised by your sudden closeness, you hang precariously close, seeking permission. Elle hesitates for a moment. She pulls back. But then she leans in slowly as well and kisses you. The two of you softly make out for almost a minute. You gingerly open... Oh, shut up, man. Shut up! When you finish, you lean away and look at her. She stares at you with a dreamy expression and smiles.
I think you're okay with private feelings.
Mm-hmm.
I want to ask you some things, but first, I would like you to ask me whatever you want. It'll help me decide what to ask you, so ask me whatever you're comfortable answering. Just to warn you, though, I may chicken out. I'll try not to, though.
This is now the try to embarrass Elle challenge. How big are your boobs?
Oh, wow.
Watch her say E-cup. Watch her say E-cup.
Sorry. I used to get asked that question a lot when I was a teenager. I'm always surprised to find out people are curious about them. I wear a size E bra.
Told ya! Do you like them?
They've caused me a lot of problems. I try to ignore them, but no one else will. So I would say I feel pretty neutral toward them these days. So far, so good. I feel confident.
Alright, are you Virginia? Are you Vegeta?
Oh my, very much so. Until I met you, I had never really even kissed anyone.
Same here.
My family impressed upon me to wait until marriage.
Oh.
Oh, wow. I'm so flustered. I touch myself in the shower sometimes.
Like a normal person.
Not very often, but sometimes. I can't believe I told you that.
What's the most naughty thing you've done that no one knows about?
Oh goodness, I can't tell you this. This is so embarrassing. When I was a teenager, oh gosh, my heart is racing. There was once when I dressed some pillows in my clothes and pretended they were a lover, and on top of them, and...
Elle mimics some humping motions, too embarrassed to find the words for them. What's the choice? Oh, Elle, it's not that bad. Teenagers are horny. I would know. I was one of them. Y'all see me be one of them. I'm technically a teen right now, you know, until October, until I turn 20. But, you know, I'm playing this game. I played Hoonie Pop. I played, a good amount of hentai games. Yeah.
I don't believe you. I'm pretty sure that puts me in a different category of horny teenager. Oh gosh, please forget I told you this. I don't think I'm ever going to stop blushing from embarrassment.
Alright, what's your most intimate fantasy?
Oh, this one is sort of fun. Well, I mean, I don't think it's embarrassing. I think it's sort of intimate. See, because of my narcolepsy, I can't really take baths. There's a chance that if I spend any amount of time in one, I could fall asleep and drown.
Scary to think about.
But I want very badly to take one. So bad that I have fantasized a solution. Someday, I want to take a bath with someone. I want them to get in first, and I want to sit on their lap. And they would wrap their arms around me. I would feel them underneath me. And they would kiss me and touch me.
Okay, I get it.
Suck on me.
Ah!
And I couldn't even stop them if I wanted, because I'm completely helpless. And they explore and pleasure themselves with me. And if I fell asleep, they would hold me and keep me safe
and kiss me in my sleep.
All right. I was about to say you were veering off a path, a dangerous path, but you got back on track. I don't relate, but I can understand. Elle's eyes stare off into the distance as she sighs along.
That would be heaven for me. Okay, I would like to ask you some questions now,
Before you do, let me think.
if that's okay with you.
Okay, but I'm going to be imagining stuff about the things you told me. Forgive me if I get distracted. Elle blushes again, and for a moment she hides her smile behind her hands. After a moment, she giggles.
This feels so odd and rude and weird, but I like the feeling. Are you a virgin?
In spirit, well, in game, yeah, no, or no. In game, no. In real life, yes.
I don't think that counts. But who am I to say? I'm not fully versed on how to do it myself. I might have accidentally had sex sometime and wasn't aware of it.
Oh God, I'm not gonna. This is not gonna be a whole nother thing where end of the episode talk about that in depth. But you know, narcolepsy, people or not trusting people around here, her or strangers. You know, it's implying. It's very much implying she got violated. Yeah.
So next question. Do you think I'm attractive?
Very.
Like, I know you think I'm pretty, but I mean, like, do you think I'm sexy?
You're the most attractive person I've met. I can't stop thinking about you.
Really? Do you mean that?
Every word.
I've never felt that way about myself. I have no idea what you see in me, but I'm very happy you feel that way. Okay, last question. Are you seeing anyone else right now? I mean, are there other girls or guys
Everyone.
that you're...
Everyone. I'll tell you, but if it's doubt in your mind that wants to know, don't feed it. You're better than that.
Oh, you're right. I give a lot of attention to my doubts and fears. And that question, are them being hungry? There are better questions to ask. Sorry, I know those questions are odd, but I've been so sheltered all my life. I feel like I've been in a birdcage, a round one with no hiding spots, hanging in the middle of the room. And every moment I spend with you, I feel that cage open just a bit. All this time we've spent together, it's meant so much to me. Everything about you is so alluring to me. You make me want to pull pranks on my brother, to drink wine, to drink beer, to mix them together and drink them anyway. The last few weeks, I've wanted to wear mismatched socks. I want to wear red underwear and pretty bras that show too much. Every single thing that my family has controlled about me, I want to smash it and throw it in the bin. You have made me excited and hopeful and powerful. My family would never let me date. And now, I want to choose who I love. I want to choose who I'm with. I want you. So, will you go steady with me? What's the right expression?
Yes. You leave. Oh man. Do I have to really read this out loud? Yeah. All right then. You lean over and kiss her. Because you know what to do.
Is this okay? Are you enjoying this?
Can you kiss me more?
I want to make love with you. I want you to be my first.
I'm honored. You sit up for a moment, sliding back, and the two of you pull. Oh, okay.
Listen, if I fall asleep, you can keep going. if you want to.
I don't care if she's giving consent. I will wait until you wake up. And suddenly Elle gets a distant look. Her eyes become immediately drowsy and she falls asleep. You sit back for a moment. You're not sure what to do. You start by gently tickling her ribs, then her foot, and sure enough, she doesn't rouse. Damn, she really is asleep. You're not sure how long you have until she wakes up. What do you do? Search for her house for any clues, because, you know, that's what I need to do. You quietly get up from the bed and begin to search your house. Am I still naked? I'm guessing so, but like, I'm just cover the windows up, please. A quick search of the house yields several things of note, but you're not sure you have the time to check them all. In her bedroom, you find her diary along with a stack of papers marked urgent and confidential. In the living room, you find a safe behind a picture frame. It looks decently high-tech, but doable. What do you do? Check the papers in her room, right? Reveals secret number 4. Alright. As you quietly and delicately as you can, you remove the papers and her diary from the drawer and sit to read them. Oh, I didn't know about the diary. I thought I was just going to read the papers. You quickly scan her diary to see if there's anything important readily apparent. There are a lot of recent entries about you. Some talk about how kind and interesting you are. Some of them talk about how nice your butt is. I know, my ass is pretty good. There's one entry that just has the word sex and marriage underlined. Most of the earlier entries before you came into town seem unimportant. Elle complains about Dorian a few times, and a few that praise Bonnibel's cookies. Yeah, there's one entry that describes a dream Elle had where she and Bonnibel had sex. Okay, she seems to have liked it, but found it confusing. The diary only goes back a year, so you move on to the papers. Inside the sealed fodder, you find a number of medical records. They appear to be related to Elle's narcolepsy. It seems Elle has taken a number of different medications to manage her symptoms. She also seen a number of specialists. You find a referral from one doctor to another, apparently with a slightly different specialty. The oldest among these docs actually appears to contain more of a psychological assessment. It's from when Elle was very young, only 5 or 6 years old. At the top of this report, it says, in concurrence with reported symptoms and details unearthed during psychological evaluation, it is the conclusion of this panel that patient Reed Eleanor suffers from not type 1 but type 2 narcolepsy. Symptoms are consistent with severe neurological trauma as resulted from a blow to the head. It is the opinion of this panel that the step-sibling which incited the injury, Reed Dorian, should be temporarily removed from habituating the same environment as patient Reed Eleanor. Ooh! Additional notes. Trauma is consistent with blunt force trauma. The instrument used was likely a hammer or baseball bat. What the f*** was Dorian doing? You slide the papers aside and see another report underneath. Although E. Reed and D. Reed are not blood siblings, they seem to share a strong familial bond. Frequency of D. Reed's behavioral incidents have decreased by half since... Since what? Just then, Elle begins to stir. You quickly return the documents to their folder, replace them in their drawers, and sit down next to Elle before she comes to. So, I mean, even though the step-siblings, it makes sense, but even though they're still step-siblings, it's still weird that he wants to f*** his stepsister, or girls that look like her, so, yeah, that's still a whole can of worms, but, his bitch ass is the reason why Elle has her narcolepsy, huh? For a moment, Elle is confused. Her eyes dart around and blink unseen. Then recognition returns to her eyes, and she smiles and whispers,
You waited.
Of course I would. Why wouldn't I? Alright, and she begins to kiss you again. Elle starts to become more and more excited, and before long, she guides your hand Yup. I don't know why. It's just her breast bouncing in symmetrical circles. That's stupid. Hey. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down.
Thank you. You're incredible.
Am I? Finally, only 10 minutes later, 10 minutes later, she's asleep. You quietly let yourself out, grabbing your pants from the washing machine, and head out to the front door. Outside, it's begun to rain. The birds are all gone from their branches, hidden now. The rain plays a soft melody on the roof of your car, and the drive home is rather dreamlike. Yeah, I'd imagine so. God damn. Imagine sex with Elle. That'd be... It's a quiet night as you're driving to the restaurant. There's a weird humidity in the air, but the breeze off the ocean is strangely cold. A few drops of water on your windshield suggest the weather might have secret plans for you, but for now, the clouds stay silent. As you round the corner, a car passes you in the opposite lane. You catch a glance in your rearview mirror of the car doing a 180 turn and following you. Okay. You get a bad feeling. You turn down the side of the road just to see if they follow you. And it does. The car takes the same turn and seems to increase speed. You hit the gas looking for a good place to turn back when suddenly... Oh, bitch. Car behind you, it turns out, is a ghost car. It blares its sirens for a moment but keeps its lights on. Or off. I don't know what it said. You pull over to the shoulder and wait. The police car pulls up behind you, but the cop doesn't exit the car for a long time. Finally, after almost 5 minutes of the police car looming behind you, you see the doors open. Out steps Fumi, and also an officer in much fancier uniform than you expected. You only get a split second to look at the officer before she taps your window. The man is obviously much older and... Ah, it's Ito's dad. Alright, his name tag says S. Kawase.
Good evening. Do you know why I pulled you over?
Oh my god, you are so Japanese, huh? Okay. Good evening. What, is it because I'm black? Yes. Bop, bop. Nah. Good evening, officer. I have no idea.
It's a small legal matter. I'm sure we can clear it up.
Oh, yes. Very, very good.
Take a look back there. You see my partner?
Yes, Miss Fumi.
That's Detective Suehanda.
Fumi.
I understand the two of you know one another.
Yes, very, very well acquainted.
Yeah, that's my understanding too. Alright, just a couple of quick questions, and we'll get you on your way. Do you know a young woman by the name of Cassie Caprice?
Yes, Cassie and I are pretty good friends.
I see. That's good to hear. That girl could use some friends with her best interests at heart. She had a rough past. I'd hate to see her life turn upside down again. You must be pretty popular with the ladies around town, yes?
You would know.
According to witnesses, you've been seen around town with one Mio Faro. Oh, and also our city's most eligible millionaire, Elle Reed. Are both of these women friends of yours too?
This is the strangest traffic stop ever. You just be straightforward. I want to get shot.
Oh, I would hope you know them. I don't know about you, Detective Suehanda, but I don't tend to make out with strangers.
I have made recent exceptions, sir, but for the most part, your point is clear.
Do you know a woman by the name of Miss Alison Desiree Kitagawa?
Allison... Yes, the weed girl.
And are you aware that she and Miss Cassie Caprice are involved in the transport and distribution of illegal narcotics?
Oh god, have I been paying attention with the stuff I've been choosing? I don't think I have. Whatever. Just wait until not choice 3 or whatever. What? Okay, I don't know. Well, that's quite the accusing
And that doesn't answer my question. Listen carefully. I'll lay it all out for you. You're on your way to a date. Yes? You're meeting a Miss Iro Kawase tonight.
Yes, your daughter.
Is that good? Honesty. That's what I like to see. I've got witnesses that puts you around town with Miss Caprice, as well as some interesting security footage from the mall.
That's the coffee shop, not the mall.
I've
What
also
would that we
gotten
did
some
today?
first-hand accounts that you've been seeing Miss Kawase. Apparently, the two of you are quite intimate. Ring a bell?
Oh! Oh! Do not say that. Do not say that. Oh my god. Oh my god. More than just one. It's ringing a whole bell tower.
Good. You know, you're pretty funny. You seem like you have a good sense of humor.
I've been told.
Maybe you'll find this next part pretty funny. Generally, we're more careful with this information. But I feel like maybe it'll help you make the right decision here tonight. Miss Caprice is a CI, a criminal informant. She's helping us with a case, a big one. Wrote a big fish in her net. Maybe you're close to getting scooped in that net. Maybe you're not. But here's what I know for sure. Starting tonight, you're going to stay away from my daughter.
No.
You're going to break things off with her. Let her down gently.
No.
And you're going to leave town.
No.
Or I'm going to bring Miss Caprice in. Hit her with trafficking, grand larceny, break and enter, possession with intent to distribute. It's a long list. Maybe a few things fall onto you too.
And then not the third area. Yeah. I'm trying to help. I'm trying to help.
I don't like repeating myself. So I'll try to make this really clear. Whatever little game you're playing with my family, it's over. The consequences are literally life and death.
I understand that, but
Now tell me you understand. Or here's where things begin to go bad.
or Ito. Officer Kawase looks to Detective Fumi and nods.
We're done here.
He turns to leave, and Fumi sticks her head in the passenger window. She whispers urgently.
I don't know what all this personal garbage is between you and the chief, and I don't care.
I mean, technically, both of, well, not all of his. Whoa! Whoa! Do not take that out of context right now. What the hell am I talking
But don't
about?
fuck up my investigation. I'll contact you soon.
Fumi walks back to the police car. The sound of yeah. If you hurry, you'll only be a little room. You continue your drive to the restaurant, suddenly conscious of every other car on the road that might be following you. After a short drive, you get to the restaurant and park. Just as you're opening your car door, a motorcyclist suddenly drives up beside you and parks. Even with her helmet on, you recognize Ito. She's wearing a bike jacket and a cute dress.
Hey! I saw you pulling in. I was doing laps around the block to kill time.
Oh.
So, how are you doing?
That's a nice dress. I like that. I like it a lot. You look great.
Yeah, sure. Don't even pretend that what I'm wearing matches or whatever.
Nah, it looks good.
One problem with rainbow hair. It's hard putting together a matching ensemble. Combine that with riding leathers and a boss helmet, and I make Eli cry every time I leave the house. But you know, whatever. They're just clothes. They won't serve us without them. So do what you gotta do. Anyway, let's go.
Ito reaches over for your hand. Oh, okay, yeah.
Careful. That's how you spread germs.
Ito blushes immediately as she gently swings your arm as the two of you walk inside. Inside the restaurant, the atmosphere is intimate and warm. Live music is playing somewhere, and the smell of garlic and butter fills the room. Oh my god, my lips are so dry. The maître d' takes your name and immediately instructs you to follow them to your table. Ito follows you, but her eyes are wandering around the rest of the room, taking it in.
Wow. You know, I've never eaten here before. I'm more of a kale salad at home kind of gal. Everything looks expensive.
I know, they told me I couldn't bring you, but I insisted.
Yeah, that makes sense. Wouldn't be the first time a place had a no rainbow-haired kawases allowed.
Kawase. Okay.
Usually that's more of Eli's doing.
After the two of you are seated, you notice that Ito is staring at you with a dreamy smile. When you look back, there's a moment where she just smiles and grows a little abashed. She blushes and laughs nervously to herself.
Hey, so there's something I've been wanting to talk to you about. About the other day, At the beach house?
It was fun. I liked it
Oh,
lots.
wow. That's not doing it justice.
Bruh, like, I won't get too into it, but man, I would love to have sex with like, well, I'd like to have sex in general, but if we want to talk like Ito wise right now, I'd love to have sex with a like muscular chick. You can just like carry me, or let me stop that thought.
Mind blowing. It was like not eating all day and coming home to the smell of bread baking. I didn't realize how hungry I was. How much I needed that thing you did with your tongue.
Yeah.
And I need to ask you, did you want more? I mean, do you want to be more than friends?
I want you, no Savage Garden. I want you, no JoJo's Part 4 outro. Ito fidgets in her seat. You could feel she gets a surge of adrenaline because she reaches over and squeezes your hand with surprising strength. Stop it!
I want you so badly. I know that when summer ends, you'll be heading home. But other than my brother, there's nothing holding me here in Sabrosa. I've always dreamed of packing up everything on my motorcycle and hitting the open road. So maybe when the summer's over, maybe I come with you. And it might work and it might not, and whatever. But I'm excited to try. What do you say? Do you want to see where this goes?
Okay, let's. I can't do it, Ito. We can't be together. I'm trusting the guide right now. Okay, a small sharp gasp escapes Ito's throat. In the span of one agonizing moment, across her features, you see confusion, concern, and finally, pain.
Please. I know things will be hard, but is it me? You don't want me? Did I push you away?
I'm not who I say I am. Everything you know about me is a lie.
No, I don't believe that.
It's a little bullshit.
I know you've been with other women, but I know you're a good person. Just tell me the truth. Why don't you want me? Tell me.
Your father forbids me. Yeah.
What did you say? My father forbids you from seeing me. And you're just doing what he says?
Don't hurt me! Don't hurt me! It was either that or get shot! A burning rage comes from Ito's eyes. She stands and slams her palms on the table. The other restaurant patrons are startled into silence, and they look over to watch the commotion.
Well, here's a little piece of information you need to know about my father. Since you're just doing what he wants anyway. I hate my father. My father is a cruel, heartless, selfish son of a bitch. He's only ever brought me misery. It's all his fault. All the worst things in my life are his fault. And I never want to hear from either of you ever again.
Don't yell at me. Ito walks to your end of the table. She begins to sob. You're all crying right now. With a frustrated scream, she decks you in the... I deserve that. You sprawl to the floor. She's surprisingly strong. Come on now. And the punch blasts you senseless for a few moments. When the haze clears, the restaurant's waiters are helping you to your feet. You look around, not seeing Ito, and rush for the entrance. You're just in time to see Ito speeding off her motorcycle. The chance of you pursuing her in your rental car are non-existent. You stand in silence for some time. One of the waiters offers to call you an ambulance, but you decline. As you walk away, or walk back to your car, in heavy silence, you spot a police car parked across the parking lot. It flashes its light for a moment, then goes dark and drives off. The police. The drive home is quiet, and although a sense of doom hangs over you, you feel as though things are not over. If you don't break up with Ito during this date, you'll get a bad end. It's pretty quiet right now, huh? Yeah, that made me pretty quiet, but, anyways, we gotta end off the episode right now and get on to the next one. I don't know if I'm gonna record again today, but, like, I really want to see where this goes, And again, the game is almost over because the game ends at the end of the July, and I want to get this done before I have to head back over to college and all that. But I just gotta balance stuff. But I hope you enjoyed. This episode got, well, I don't know why, but the recent episodes have been getting like a lot more heavier and a lot more horny. But I guess that's what Hush Hush is. Horny and heavy and depressing. I don't know. But anyways, that concludes the show, ladies and gentlemen, and they thems. Peace out.